Hi Leos, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So Leos, it is Leo that I'm doing right. It is Leo. It's been an interesting week, Leo. There's been some really interesting messages that have been coming through, so I'm really looking forward to yours. You've already this year received like quite significant messages, and this week is, it's all about like what is so beautiful about you. What is the beautiful gift that you bring to people that is so needed in life, in this lifetime? And I mean, I think you guys know a lot of it, right? Like you are the sun. Without the sun, there is nothing. So you did come through at one point as being a very, very significant and important energy to the planet, and recognizing your leadership importance, and it's mostly leadership through that happy glowing fiery you. So but what else does Spirit want to tell you guys is what makes you so beautiful? So we're gonna find out. And I'm starting with my Return of Spirit Oracle deck from Shirley Harnish. I love her energy. She's so great. I would encourage you to check her channel out. She doesn't do a lot of videos, like maybe once a month. And they're deep spiritual messages. So if you're looking for something like that, wow, she's the queen of that. And yeah, she's wonderful. So she has a new one out. And so I'm using her deck that she's created. And so the first card that comes out of this oracle is going to be what it is that is so beautiful about you, what it is that you bring to people's experience here in this lifetime. And then I'm going to go to an even just as awesome card deck. This is the tarot deck. This is my Starman Tarot. Oh yeah, and you guys we're gonna do something special for you in this reading today that I haven't done with anyone else. I'm gonna do it for the rest of the week, but you're the first ones, and it wasn't that I was neglecting the other signs. It's just that I didn't have it completed yet. So I finished it last night. Well, at least it's as finished to the point where I can actually start utilizing it. So now back onto this. So this is the Starman Tarot deck. It's pretty cool. It's just, wow. It just blows my mind with all the esoteric information that comes in through this artwork. And it's also been done, it's inspired by the artwork that he created for David Bowie. It's amazing. I get like a lot of interesting messages coming out of there. So that's what I'm going to use to kind of delve into how it is that you bring this beauty of you to others. And then the next oracle card from the same oracle deck will be how to really continue to grow and expand this. Because it doesn't matter how gifted and talented we are at something that we have to offer. We never stop growing and expanding in that until the day we die, literally. So we're going to keep you going forward on how to do that now. So this is the special thing I have here. Oh, wow. That's cool. So I bought a while ago, okay, blank cards, and I'm still working on it. So I've made 20, and these are my yes/no cards. So they're kind of fun. I love them, and they're working really well. Like I've been testing them out. And it's like, wow, this is bang on, man. So I don't know how it's going to work for you. But, so what I'm going to do is, because everyone, there could be 20,000 people coming to this reading, this video. So I want you now, what I'm going to say is, I'm going to, at the end of the reading, I'm going to shuffle it out for your yes/no question. You're going to know what your question is. But I'm going to do it 3 times. So I want you to think about, even pause the video now. Do you want the first one, the second one, or the third one, right? So I'm going to say, okay, now I'm going to do the first card. What was your yes/no question? A card comes out. Oh, is this one? Okay, now I'm going to do the second one. What was your yes/no question? Oh, the second one. So that's what I'm going to do. And then that way, because everybody's going to get a different answer. So try to make it as good as I can for the collective. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with these. And I tried to keep even the no's positive. So no, a new cycle is about to begin. And what is another one? No, the music to your heart will soon be answered though. No, there are many soulmates that may come to you. This is not the one. This is not one of them. You must continue on your path. You must, young Jedi. Okay, anyways, it doesn't actually say that. So that's what I'm going to do. It's kind of fun. I'm going to keep growing it. I have a ton more blank cards. I'm going to do times on them too, like 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks, 2 days, 1 month, you know, just to have fun with them. Yeah, so let's get started, shall we? Yeah, oh yeah, no, I won't talk about that right now. I'm gonna do something different with the channel next week. I'm really feeling called to do it, but I'm not gonna discuss that yet. Anyways, Leo, let's get started. My beautiful pussycats. What came out so quick for Leo? Ooh, wow. Oh my gosh. This is totally what it feels like. Many of you who at least were on my channel very early on, like when I had like 100 subscribers. Wow. Have you been going through this frequency shift? Check her out. Ooh, yeah. Absolutely. Frequency shift. You are almost like the inspiration, right? Whew, this is the beauty that you bring to others in this lifetime. This is like coming from a dark place. Coming from a dark place, at a place where you know you're at a point where I can't see the light. I can't see how it would get better. I can't. And just at some point, just feeling that little tiny light inside you, and just releasing to it and allowing it to grow and expand, and allowing it to take over you, and just give it up to the universe, and then and feel yourself shift, and slowly feel yourself shift. I think that card is so monumental for what so many Leos have been through that have been coming to my channel. It's amazing that you got the frequency shift. The first message for anyone that hasn't, you could watch it if you're a Leo, because I think it's still my most viewed video, and I think I had like maybe 1,000 subscribers when I don't even think I had that many. But this, I think it's at 82 or 84,000 views. So if you go into my videos and you can organize it by most popular, and it'll be at the right there at the top. It was the first one, and that's what I used to do when I just had the cards on the table. And it was such, just the message coming through was like, what? Are you kidding me? You don't think you deserve this? You do deserve, like, that was kind of the message, like, what's going on? You do deserve this. And then it was like, wow, so many Leos came to the reading that were not feeling deserved of this new light coming to their lives. So there was a frequency shift, a huge frequency shift, which is amazing. So this might be something that you go in and out of at different times in your life where, well, don't we all? Cycles and all that shit. Cycles. It's going to get better. You're going to get stronger. I know. And yeah, we always do, right? Well, we do. Sometimes you're in the darkness a little longer than other times. Frequency shift. I really like that. And I find that so inspiring, because it was only a few months later that I got that message about how important you were, because if you are the sun, none of this other planetary stuff even matters if the sun isn't there, if the sun isn't lit up, if the sun isn't glowing. Like, it's really important. It was a frequency, and it felt like, I don't remember what that video was called, but that really felt like it was a frequency shift. I think this is just like spirit trying to come through and tell you guys, yeah, it's so important, Leo. There's something about your energy that is so important. You are the sun. I love you guys. I love Leos. I have some great Leos in my life. And don't get on the wrong side. But being an Aries, it's okay, because we forgive quick. And we're like, oh, come on. But, you know, yeah, other than that, you guys are awesome. You do have big hearts. I always think of the Wizard of Oz, like the lion, right? He thought he was a coward, but he had so much bravery, and he has such a beautiful heart. Okay, so Leo, how do you bring this to the world? How are you bringing this to others? Wow, something just flips here. Oh my gosh. What a monumental card. The first one for how you bring this to others. Yeah, you really do. I know the Leos that I know would give the shirt off their back to people. The Six of Wands. I'm holding it this way because it fits better in the screen. So the Six of Wands. I can pull it back this way if you want to see it like that. The Six of Wands is victory. And you know, a lot of times it's people seeing victory in you. Ooh, but that's it too. Because you do lead by example, and that's part of the frequency shift. Is you know, everything I talked about, you being able to come out of that that darkness and really you let that solar flare happen and let your sun shine and say, you know what, I could do this, I could do this, so can you. And that's the so can you part. Because look at this guy, he's just throwing the wand out. He's like, I've got the victory and I'm going to give it to you too. Why is it not focusing on what's going on? So yeah, like that's how you do it. When you find victory, Leo, this is amazing. Like it really is. Everything that's gone on this channel with Leo in the last few months. When you find victory, Leo, you then can pass it to others. And you do freely and openly. And it's like the camaraderie. It's like, think about the tribe of lions. You know, they, the lionesses, they go out and they hunt and they bring it back for everyone to eat. You know, the male, the matriarch dude, matriarch dude, is that right? I don't know. Anyways, well, people are like, he's lazy, he lays around and he doesn't do anything. No, well, there are times when he is doing that, but there's other times, right, where he is walking and walking for like miles and miles to patrol the territory, to make sure that there aren't other lions coming in. Because if there's another male lion coming in and he gets in there, he's going to kill those cubs. Like he is out there, he is not eating, he's probably not drinking, and walking for miles. And then yeah, when he comes back, he needs to rest and look like a lazy lion, but he hasn't been. But it's that victory, and that's it, right? Like I do this sacrifice, I do it because I want to protect the tribe. I want the tribe to be safe. I'm making the sacrifice now, but then when I come back, I know the tribe will give me something to eat and drink. So there's that mutual. It's, you know, if I find victory, I give it to you too, which is beautiful, beautiful energy. What a beautiful way to share it, and you do, and you need to, and that's why you're here. That's why you're the sun. I know it's a big responsibility. I'm sorry. It is a big responsibility, Leo. Oh, wow. We got 3 more. Oh, man. This is just amazing. This is amazing. So the next one, so the 6 of Wands, finding your own victory. That's the frequency shift. This is how you affect the planet, the beautiful way you affect others and the planet in a positive light. And so we had the 6 of Wands, the victory you find in yourself, you give to others. And then the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups, too, is going on that journey. It's, you know, walking away from what doesn't serve you. Because how do you find your light if you're stuck in something that doesn't serve you? You have to leave behind what doesn't serve you. And you're quite capable of doing that. And sometimes it's hard and sometimes it's rough, but you do it. And you know what's really interesting is the card that comes in after that is so significant. It's the Starman card. It's, I guess, for this deck, yeah, because I don't think he has a Fool card, but he's got it, they've got it as number 1. And to me, the Fool is 0. Oh, the Sacred Clown. Okay, they have the Sacred Clown. So the Starman is sort of like the Magician, but not quite, way beyond that. Way beyond the Magician. So the 8 of Cups, moving away from what doesn't serve you, or at least going on a journey to really discover what it is that you know that you're going to need and want for your life. And then the Starman, and then going into Starman energy. So let me hold this up here. This is David Bowie himself. In this artwork, he is depicted as the Starman. And what the Starman does. Wow, it's not easy what the Starman does, what you're about to do here, what you will do, what you do. What you do. That was funny. Is breaking yourself down. Breaking yourself down on almost like a DNA level. Breaking yourself down. Going onto that 8 of Cups, realizing what doesn't serve you, and as painful it is to rip it out of you, to try to rip it out, to let it come out of you. This, whether it's a relationship or a situation that you've put yourself into, a circumstance, just an energy that you've allowed to come into your life and take over you. It's just like, now I need to rip it out. It's part of my life. I need to, like, it's a cleansing, but on a very deep and cosmic level. Like, to the point where, yeah, it feels like your DNA is no longer the same. And you rebirth. Look Look at what is in the abdomen of David Bowie here, but a fetus. And this is the new rebirth of oneself, coming out of bringing yourself down into nothing. It's like supernovaing you. And you are the sun. Oh my gosh. How perfect is that? It's like doing a supernova. You know, you're feeling the depletion. The sun is feeling the depletion. It's feeling the depletion. It's feeling the depletion. And supernova. And what does it do? But it explodes your energy. You just come exploding out and you spread who you are across the cosmos. I know I'm going to get comments. I don't understand what you're talking about. This is not for you. This reading is not for you. This is very deep. It's very esoteric. It's and it's general. So, you know, I'm not going into detail saying, okay, this is specifically about when you were with John and John didn't treat you well and you felt really bad and you cried every night. And it's not that kind of reading. So this is just general, breaking it down and having the strength to come up again, right? Having the strength, being that lion that is out there patrolling the territory and coming across another lion, another male lion, and he wants what you got. That's that energy. And then you got to fight. Have you ever seen two male lions fight? It is brutal. It is brutal, man. Like, that is just a lot of power coming at each other. And, you know, the one who wins still goes home, like, licking wounds, like, limping, and you know, having deep gashes that are going to take a long time to heal. And they have the scars. You see the older male lions with the scars on their face. The scars are from that rebirth, from pushing through surviving to the point that you can rebirth. It is a rebirth and it is a manifestation, all in the same way. And then, of course, after the Starman, you get the wheel. The wheel, or the Wheel of Fortune here. And you're bringing in, like I just said, it's that it's manifesting. And it's manifesting on a new level, new cycles that would never have even been thought or comprehended by you in the past. Think about where you are right now. Think about where you are right now. Could you have imagined yourself doing, believing what you do now 15 years ago? 20 years ago, you know, figure, depending on how you were, half your lifetime ago anyways, let's just do that. Half your lifetime ago, could you have imagined yourself where you are now, doing what you're doing now, feeling and believing what you do feel and believe in now? I think about that, and my answer is no. My answer is clearly no. There's no way. No. And that's why manifestation the right way is also so important, because when we manifest by pulling out the gunk, prior to manifesting, pulling out the gunk, looking into our deep shadow places, releasing it, accepting it, release. It's like that bloody tower moment where you need it. We need tower moments. It's when you're standing at the top of the tower, you're the most afraid. But once you jump off the tower, you've released. It's nothing else to do but give it up to the universe, right? You finally just released it. Like, the universe wants you to release. And that's a lot about what the Starman does. Release and allow the rebirth to occur, how it shall occur. Just release that. And you do it. Like, I really get from this, leading by example. And that is very much Leo to me. For me, my interpretation of you guys and your energy and what I've experienced the last few months, really leading by example. Because then with this wheel card, like when I say, like, try to imagine yourself, you know, 10, 15 years ago, half a lifetime ago. Could you see yourself where you are now? Did you know you would be where you are now, doing and believing, feeling, seeing what you do now? No. Myself, no. I don't know about you. If you did, you have some pretty good hindsight and you really kept on a path and weren't coming off it. But most of us end up on paths we don't expect, and that's what the wheel is bringing to us. Look at all the energy that's being zapped into this person's mind, this person's third eye here. Look at this energy coming in and this sacred halo that circles around their head. And this is too like the intuition and knowing you're connected and knowing you're being guided and knowing that you will be provided for. I want to see if a little more will come out here. Well, that's a lot more. That's 20 cards. That's too much at this point. I'm taking a lot of cards for these, but that's a little bit much, Spirit. All right. What comes in next? Ooh. This is a very interesting combination. Four of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Obviously, with the Starman and the Wheel. Oh, now, yeah. Oh, it's such an interesting Nine of Swords. I really do, yeah. Oh, wow. Now here, I'll let you look at it, because I'm fascinated by what's going on in this imagery. This is not just the Nine of Swords. It's obviously very important to you, Leo, for Leos, to really be careful on this feeling of lack. And, you know, the message that I'm sort of getting here is it is very important for Leo to be part of a tribe, to have that family and friendship around. And at some point, you may experience a lack of that when you are moving in and out of these cycles. But it is important because there are things that need to get left behind sometimes. This is almost like, I think it's inevitable sometimes that this is going to happen for you. I think it's inevitable to happen to anybody, to be honest. But it's just almost like a little tiny warning here. There's little tiny voodoo dolls here that are looking really This person's got a snake wrapped tight around their arm. Like freaking tarantulas. I hate those things. Crawling up them. Witch and warlock imagery in the background, sort of watching over them, but in more of an ominous way. Like it's not like, doesn't feel like protective energy. Spider webs, feeling really trapped. And I feel like, and when I look at this Nine of Swords cards compared to this Wheel card, do you see how the Wheel card, this one is very connected with source and spirit and keeping that connection. This person is not in any way. It feels like this great big piece of driftwood has it's heavy, very heavy over them. It's very three-dimensional, right? And this is very spiritual. So Leo, it is very important to keep that spiritual connection, because this is something that I feel is coming in just to state that you may find the three-dimensional a little heavier than others. Don't let that try to I think this can relate to a lot of people. I know it relates to me too, as being another fire sign, is I really need to remember to do that meditation, remember to do that stepping away, to do that grounding. There's so much fire energy, you know, it just does need to be calmed down so that messages can come in, so that clarity can come in, clairvoyance can come in, intuition can come in. Because as soon as you block that out, you're feeling kind of lost. You're really feeling kind of lost and trapped. And all this energy that should be working for you, this witch and warlock energy really that's sitting in the background, this should be working for you, but it's blocked. It's been blocked out by the three-dimensional aspect of yourself and what's around you now. Then the Four of Wands. So I feel that, you know what, you're going to pull yourself out, and then you find these connections that are really deeply cosmic, like soulmate energy, binding with someone. And here it is, because it feels like it is very important for Leo to have that partner, and not just any partner though. It's got to be, it's got to be the right one. Everybody's a little different. Some people flourish a little bit more when they're in a partnership because they get so much by giving. And Leo is like that. Leo is very much like that. You guys get a lot by giving, but you're also pretty good at receiving, which is nice, because not every sign is good at that. Some signs will give it. They don't receive. But you guys are really good at that. And this Four of Wands is a lot about that. And these two look at each other. You know, they really clearly see one another. And I think you do in a lot of people. And they see, you know, the leadership. People are looking for this leadership, but you want to be able to give that leadership. If you have no one in your life, it's pretty hard to give that leadership to. So it is important to have the right people in your life too. And don't be afraid if you are one of those people that, you know what, I just enjoy being in a relationship with, you know, when I find really great people, I'm looking for that. Because some people are. And the message I'm getting is that's not, there's nothing wrong with that, Leo. There isn't. There is nothing wrong with that. Because this is sort of the chemistry of your makeup. But you do have the strength to move away from things that don't serve you. But just be cautious if you're feeling yourself pulled away from spirit. You know, and I feel like this is an energy. Well, I know this is an energy that a lot of Leos that at least came to that first big video that I did were in when they didn't feel like they deserved abundance and good things coming towards them. Might have been trapped in that for too long. Okay, so how do we, that's really interesting. You are the inspiration for the frequency shifts then. That's basically it in a nutshell. I should have just said that. Saved everyone a lot of time. Someone can timestamp that too. You are the inspiration for frequency shifts within yourself and others. Now, how is this blocked, or what needs to be done to really expand this beautiful aspect of yourself, to really expand this beautiful aspect of Leo? What is the guidance here? Oh my gosh, the Innocence card. I like, oh, whoopsies. The Innocence card. I'm holding everything horizontally now. The Innocence card. So the message that's coming through for me with this card right now is, you know, when I see this card, and the first thing that just comes to me is virgin, is that innocence, that virgin, you know, never experienced pain, never experienced like disappointment, heartbreak. It is very innocent energy. So, and from the Leos that I know personally, I can see this. Like, it's amazing how they can pick themselves up sometimes and then continue to move forward into relationships. And I think that's it, is when you're going to get burned. We're all going to get burned. We're all going to have heartache. We're going to have disappointment. That's just the reality of Earth. We're all going to have that. Now, for you, you are being asked here to try to maintain that innocence when it's an approach to in a relationship. Friends too, even, right? Like, because you can get burned by friends. People that you thought, you know, you could trust or rely on. Something could happen. And then you lose, and it can be difficult even to make friends because you don't trust. So it doesn't have to be romantic. Like, any type of relationship can hurt you. It is, when it does, is to realize that past has nothing to do with these future people, situations and circumstances that come towards you. By keeping that innocence, you draw like that innocence to you. So if you allow yourself to become, I guess, I'm trying to find the right word for, like, I'm just, you know, distrustful of others, just generally distrustful, and they have an agenda, or they, you know, they're up to something. If you look at the world or others that way, that's what you will attract to you. You know, you can get two people. Let's say you got two neighbors on the street and they both went to the same resort, the same country, like they went somewhere totally different. One neighbor comes back, he's like, man, what a great trip. Everyone there was wonderful. And this is also the neighbor that also seems to have good attitude about everything, and they're happy and friendly and they go lucky. And you ask them how the trip went. The place was amazing. The resort was great. The people were so friendly there. I couldn't get over how friendly the people were. Well, that's because that's what they were looking for. That's what their energy was. And then the other neighbor, who's usually great, those kids are always playing loud in the street, and I don't like the garbage man never comes on time. And they went to the same resort and they come back. How was the trip, George? Oh my God, the people there are so ignorant. They're so like, right? So that's kind of what I'm getting there. It's just to keep that innocence. And it's not to say that any of you are George. Well, maybe your name is George, but you don't have to be like George. Just keep the innocence. So, and then I like to pull out more tarot for guidance and outcome. Something came out super fast here. Queen of Cups. Oh boy, you're just like Aries with this. Yeah, I can see that too. Queen of Cups. She's my favorite Queen of Cups. She has a lightning bolt in her crotch. Yes, a lot of desire, Leo. I know that, honey. I know that. Yes, Leo and Aries are both known as very hot desire signs, right? So yes, you do have that going on, but you have the love, and you express that through your desires, and that's very important through manifestation too. So, but the Queen of Cups is mutual love. Love, love, love. That's a love, love, love card. So, gee, there's your guidance and outcome. Like, lead with your electric bolt crotch and have a lot of love in your life. Let's pull out a little bit more. Your guidance and outcome. The guidance and outcome. Oh yeah, that's really good. This one, I'm feeling like they're both like guidance and outcome. Electric bolt crotch is your guidance, and it is your outcome. And then you get the Four of Swords. I was actually just doing this a minute ago before I started this reading. The Four of Swords, there's that meditation we're talking about, right? That's the thing that I feel like keeps you out of this Nine of Swords. And it's kind of funny that card came out, because it feels like that's that connection again with spirit. Connecting with your spirit again, feeling the peace and the quiet and the tranquility within your spirit, so that you may have the silence of the ego and the silence of everything around you. And then all you can hear is your connection with spirit and source. Through that, you are able to hit these frequency shifts too. It's an interesting message that just came through, that this is part of hitting those frequency shifts for you, is that alignment, that spiritual alignment within yourself and connecting to source, because source is what governs the frequency shifts really, and it's bringing it into you. It's bringing it into you. All right, Leo. Did you like that? Do you feel good about that? I'm feeling good about these readings this week. I like it. Yes, no, my yes, no deck. There's 20 cards here. I'm going to give it a good shuffle, like I said. Pause me. Do you want 1, 2, or 3 for your question? It needs to be a yes, no question too. Like, it can't be, should I have the Boston cream donut or the French cruller when I go to the donut shop? Unless you get yes, which means you can have both of them. But you need to jog 2 miles. All right, so I'm starting to shuffle. So I'm going to pull out the first one. Yes, no question answered. This is for Leos. The first yes, no. The first yes, no. What is the answer? There we go. Oh, this is the card I pulled out for myself when I was asking a question to Spirit. So the answer is no. It is time to give back to yourself. Here we go. That was number 1. Oh, and it is number 2 in the deck. But this is for number 1. It is time to give back to yourself. All right. The next one is number 2 for Leo. Number 2 for Leo's asking a question. What did they get? Jeez. Oh, well, the answer is no. Not a good idea at this time. Maybe later, much later, but not now. There you go. That one's really aggressive. I think I was in a bad mood when I did that one. No. Maybe my son was probably asking, can I go on the computer again? I didn't. No. Could I make a card on that? No, not a good time at this. Not a good idea at this time. All right. Third one, Leo. Third one. Yes, no for Leos. Third one. What is their question? Yes or no? What is the answer? Yes or no? That's too many cards. That won't answer anything. We kind of need one. Yes, no for Leo. Third group. Third group. Yes, no for Leo. Third group. I'm going to force it. Nothing comes out. I'm going to force it. Okay, I'm going to do a 1, 2, 3 split. 1. Oh, now it comes out. Jeez. No. An unexpected cross in the road has changed your course. Oh boy, maybe you guys are doing a frequency shift. Well, there you go. Let me know what you thought of that. I didn't think we'd get 3 no's, but we did. I don't know what questions you guys are asking. So the first one to recap was no. It is time to give back to yourself. The second one was no. Not a good idea at this time. Maybe later, much later, but not now. Go do your homework. Third one was no. An unexpected cross in the road has changed your course. All right, there you go. Thank you. I love you guys so much. You are just the cutest, most cuddly pussycats. You are. Thank you. Thank you, Leo. I hope you enjoyed that reading, and you guys are amazing. Till next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.